I'll be live on that one.
Yes, your words will never change, will never fade. I'm surrounded. I'm surrounded. In a dance filled with lions, you shut their mouths. I walk freely. I walk freely. Only you are holy, mighty, worthy of glory. We will praise you. Awesome, righteous.
We at 5 o'clock.
We will crown you now.
We live? All right.
Awesome power, Jehovah, Jehovah. You are for us, not against us, Jehovah, Jehovah. Awesome tower, Jehovah, Jehovah. You are for us,
Yeah.
against us,
I'm just gonna let you sing, man. I'm just gonna let you sing it out.
You let me hear it on. Okay.
Yeah, you sound so good,
He
bro.
said make a joyful noise.
Huh?
He said make a joyful noise.
You doing that?
Yeah,
You doing that?
it is a joyful noise. Such a beautiful song.
Yeah, it is. You want me to let it play out or you
Nah, man. You
want me?
can
Okay, And DJ mode.
Oh man, you did that. I mean, that was perfect, man. You kind of like faded it out in there.
Yeah, you know, I try.
Hey, it's 5 o'clock. We're here again. It's the Real Spill Podcast,
Yeah.
episode 57. Man, we so right now, just go on, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, and call somebody.
Mhm.
Because I know we've been doing this series about hidden in the book, but it's just getting gooder and gooder.
I don't
get
think
in
that's
trouble
proper
for
English,
that,
but it's okay though.
it
We're
is
gonna let you
getting-
slide with it though.
Okay,
We're gonna
all
let you
right.
slide.
It's getting gooder and gooder, man. And
Yeah.
we've been talking to local authors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you always, you go in the bookstore or you see something or you see an album or something,
Right.
and and even though you feel connected to those people,
Right.
but you are a long ways from them, and you
Mhm.
may never meet them. But we've been doing local authors.
Yes.
Somebody you
Yes.
might run into in the Walmart.
That's right. I ran into her yesterday.
Oh, you did?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, we
Yeah.
could have though.
But you could have.
Yeah, we
Y'all
could.
in the same
'Cause
town.
and she's local.
She's local.
All right.
And so we've been doing local authors, man, and this is episode 57.
Right.
Our overall title has been It Is Hidden in the Books.
Yes.
It is hidden in the books.
Well, that's
So
a good title, man. Good series.
It has been a great series. Reading is fundamental.
It is.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Lamar
Lamar.
from Reading Rainbow.
From Reading Rainbow.
He made reading, books cool, man.
He made it cool, man.
Yeah, so I
he
appreciate
did.
him. Yeah.
But we have today with us a woman of God,
Mm-hmm.
minister, author, songstress, daughter, minoring. That means she went to minor high
Yeah,
school.
graduated from a real school.
She-
Yeah, don't stutter on it now. Yeah, you gonna say it right now.
Yeah.
Went
Okay.
to the best school,
Oh, okay.
high school.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll be y'all. That is two of y'all in the room. So we
Yeah. Let us slide.
But one thing we all purple tigers.
Yeah. You with us, Lanier? Shout out to Lanier.
Shout out to Just Lanier and
Yeah,
everything.
Parker.
We're so happy to have her. And not only is she the author of one book, she's the author of two books.
I'm so impressed. I am
Yeah.
impressed. Huh?
Miss Lamorgan Smith.
Yeah,
Yay!
Oh,
that's it.
so
We're so
glad to
happy
be
to have her.
here.
Oh yeah, welcome
Yeah.
to the Real Spill.
She has a statement on her, and I've had the book and everything, and I've been trying to get it read and everything.
So y'all took mine. Then.
Oh, here it is.
Okay.
Thief.
Okay.
But,
Thank you.
She has a statement on her book says, "One godly ordained encounter can lift you up from the bottom."
Say that again.
One godly, ordained encounter
Yeah, huh?
can lift you up from the bottom.
I like that.
Man, I like that too, man.
I like that.
That's great.
Because is there really a bottom when you serving the Lord?
Ooh, but you know what the thing is?
Yeah.
You know, just like the prodigal son,
Uh-huh.
you come to yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm
yeah,
with
you gotta see it, man. So,
Yeah.
you know, because a lot of times when you're on the bottom, you think nobody cares about you.
That's true.
You think that you can't get up from it. You can't
Right.
come back from it.
Right.
But all it needs is just one ordained,
Yeah.
godly encounter
Yeah.
to lift you up.
And everything will be all right.
Everything gonna be all right.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Welcome to Miss Lamorgan Smith. Man.
Yeah.
Come on, let's give her a hand, Miss Lamorgan
Yeah.
Smith.
All right. All right.
Tell us about, and this is her book. This is her second book.
Mm-hmm.
From the bottom. From the bottom.
Yeah.
You can find it on Amazon.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
on that social media platform. You can
Yeah.
find it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Or, as we told you with every book, you know, just if you see Tallyman or Cold Steel,
Yeah.
we got something in the trunk of
Yeah.
the
We
car.
sell them out the trunk of our cars.
Yeah.
So yeah, just holler at us when you see it at the Dollar General, Publix,
Yeah.
wherever. You know, Larry's Fish House.
Yeah.
We got you.
We got you.
We are gonna make sure she get the proceeds. So yeah, don't worry. We got you. Don't worry. We got you.
And I just picked this copy up today. This is her first book,
Right.
Life with D's.
Now that one I definitely want to hear about.
Life with D's.
Oh, okay. I see it now. I
Yeah,
got you.
it talks
Okay.
about living a full life with diabetes, dialysis, and depression.
Oh man.
Man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I need to read this one myself. Being a sufferer with diabetes, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to. I really, that caught my title and everything. But 2 books,
Right.
From the Bottom and Life with D's.
Yeah.
So, you know what to do. Flood up, you know, make her just wow her. You know, make her eyes just pop when she see all of those book sales that come.
That's
in.
right. Yeah. Show us some love. Show us some
Show
love.
us some love. Yeah, but tell us who Lamorgan Smith is.
Who am I? I am built God tough, apparently.
All right. I like that.
I am minister. I am daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I am. So I wear a lot of hats sometimes.
Right.
Grew up in the church, so when I came out, they put the little fluffy socks on my feet, the little ruffled dress, the little black pedal shoes,
Okay.
and that's where I've been ever since.
A double PK.
Yeah, I about to say, yeah, you're a PK.
A double PK.
That's what's up. I ain't never seen.
Yeah.
That's an episode by itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Mom and dad.
That's
you know?
oh yeah, you got a story too.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
But yeah, let's see, done everything in the church. Outside of church, I work in healthcare. I've been in healthcare over 15 years.
Okay.
Done everything pretty much short of being a nurse and a doctor.
No, that's what's up.
Yeah, a lot of different things. That's a lot of questions.
No.
Yeah,
That's all
just a
good.
well-rounded person.
Yeah.
But I, like I said, I was getting into your book, and I know it's telling me the story of Devin Powers.
Mm-hmm.
That's a powerful name right there.
That is a powerful name.
I wish that was my alias instead of Cold Steel, but
Devin
you know, I'm
Powers.
sorry. Yeah, I wish I had known, man. I would change.
Sounds like a
Like
some kind of superhero or something.
he could be a lot of, or a spy, like
okay.
yeah, some kind of like international spy. That's what I was thinking. Devin,
Yeah.
no Powers, Devin Powers.
And
Yeah.
I noticed that your first book
Mm-hmm.
was factual life,
Mm-hmm.
but then you delve into Christian fiction.
Yes.
And so, just we all like to read novels and everything,
Mm-hmm.
but it's based on from a Christian perspective
Right.
and everything. What inspired you to write?
Number one, my mother
Okay.
off top and my dad.
Shout
They
out to
were
mom.
both-
Mom, yeah.
She in the studio
She in the
audience.
studio audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to Reverend Betty Smith.
Yeah.
And
And
my
everything.
dad, the late Reverend Morgan Smith, he was a writer. My mom was a writer.
Okay.
I started writing, being youth director and things like that, writing plays and just like she did, writing plays and things for church and all of that. And when she started writing books, she kept telling me, write a book, write a book, write a book. So at one point, I was working for the Federal Bureau of Prisons in medical scheduling. I was in
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't in the
Right.
in the trenches. But I just some of the things I saw about, what inmates would do, like the reasons why they had to go to the hospital, and I was just like, maybe there is somebody who has seen these things, can learn from them, and maybe help change other people's lives.
Exactly.
That book started around 2016, so September 2016.
Okay.
And how I wanted the book to go in 2016 is not the book that came out in 2024.
Okay.
So there was a lot of growth that I had to do, a lot of things that I had to go through, and just if you, as a writer, if you give your characters a voice, you have to listen to them. And I listened to his voice, what he wanted, how his life wanted to go, what he wanted to do, and along with what the Lord wanted. And I loved how his life turned out.
Okay.
Maybe so. So you said as a writer, when you create a character, you had to hear the character's voice. See, that's deep.
Yeah.
Because you are the creator of this character, but yet you separated the character from your personal.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
For
I like
example,
So before you say that, my
Okay, go
next
ahead.
question is, how important is imagination?
it is extremely important, and I think that's what reading gives us.
Yeah. I agree.
It gives us the ability, imagination started in the beginning. I'm not getting churchy, but y'all
You
understand
can. We
that.
church folks.
Yes, okay.
If you understand,
We men of God.
Imagination started in the beginning, in the garden.
Yeah.
So we all have
Right.
that.
Right.
But reading opens us up to a world of things. And with Christian fiction, yes, you have imagination, but you have to let the Lord come in there too.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you have something that is reflective
Okay.
of his voice as well as your voice as well. It's so much that goes on in the mind.
So with you saying that, is this syrupy sweet or is it real life?
Oh no, it's real.
Okay.
It's real.
All right.
It's real.
All right. I cut you off when you was finna say something, and I hope you
You
didn't
fine?
lose your
Oh,
thought.
you good?
I hope you didn't lose your thought because I
Oh, no,
wanted
no,
you
I'm
to
good.
say it. But that
I'm
question was
good.
right in my mind.
So
about
when you were asking me
imagination.
about separating what my voice and the character was, for example,
Right.
trying not to do any spoilers. So I was out at a picnic this summer because I will write from anywhere on my phone. Whenever I get thoughts, I just jot them down.
Okay.
And so I was writing, and there was a part in there in the book where he had gotten married, and it was after the wedding, and I was writing, and there was a song that came on at the picnic, and he said, "You better stop writing because it's gonna go somewhere you don't want it to go." So I had to stop
Hold on.
until I got home.
So I'm assuming the song wasn't
Yeah, right,
relatable to what you
right,
was. Okay.
right.
Okay. I got
Right.
that.
So that's what you mean by, even though it's fiction,
Right.
it has to be doctrinally.
To
Pure.
a degree, but it's like I said, it's really what that character wants. Like I had one character there that was just, if you see him in the street, you want to square up with him. But at a point, he said, "Hey, I'm tired of being like this." So I had to change it. I had to
Okay.
fix the narrative.
Okay. Wow, that's interesting. A lot of people, when we have vivid imaginations, they think it's something wrong with us. But like you said, that God gave us an imagination, so we can see it. So, I mean, we want people to buy your book, but tell us from the bottom up, what is it about?
So from the bottom is the story of Devin Powers. He starts his journey out 18, walking out of juvenile hall. The judge said, "Hey, I don't want to ever see you back in here again."
Mm-hmm.
And when he got in the car, his mom said, "Hey, I'm done. You got to fix this."
Mm.
But instead of him going back to the way he was, which really wasn't his fault, he decided he wanted to make a change in his life. So it It chronicles his life of him trying to do what's right. That's not to say he didn't have struggles.
Right.
That's not to say he didn't have problems. And then there also comes in that regardless of how far you try to run away from your past, it catches up to you.
Mm.
And it is...
It's like right over your shoulder. You know?
Yeah.
So it is what happens when you allow the Lord to come in your life and how you handle those situations after.
Mm.
So.
I like that. So, with this particular character, he basically had a troubled childhood. During the book, do you tap into his past?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Absolutely.
So you kind of get the reader a background of how he got into juvenile in the first place.
I want to write in a way that is complete. I don't want to leave any unanswered questions.
Right.
I don't want to take you to the end of a cliff and drop you off. I want it composed. That way,
Right.
anything that you might think you might want to know, it's there.
Right.
It's there.
Right, right.
And so I'll ask myself questions. I'll write and I'll be like, so where the baby? So I got to go back.
Yeah, you thorough. I like that.
And put it in there. Or where's his mama? Okay, I got to go.
Right,
And
and
put
write
her
that in
in
there.
because there are people in there. And sometimes just like with, some of the things you see on TV, you'll see a character and they are a vital character. And then all of a sudden, well, where did they go?
Yeah, you talking about on Family Matters. When the younger sister disappeared, huh? We on the same page, huh? I still want to know what happened to her.
Yeah.
But go ahead, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Cliffhangers, I guess
Right.
they call
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Right.
And everything.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Powers, he don't grow up with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Right.
He grew up with, and I see here, meet Mr. Raglan. Who is Mr. Raglan?
So, after Devin gets out of juvenile hall, he goes home. Mama says you have 3 options. You either go to college, get a job,
Heard that.
or you go to the military.
Mm-hmm.
So
Why they always had those 3 options?
There's normally the top 3.
Yeah,
There's
normally the top 3.
And so because of what happened because of what he did to get to juvenile hall in the first place, he couldn't go finish high school. So he would have to get a GED to go to college.
Right.
So the same day that the next following day that he gets home, he goes out, he finds $20 in his drawer. He said, I need a haircut. So he goes to get him a haircut. He finds a help wanted sign at a Christian bookstore. He said, if it's still there, I'll go back. He goes, try to get himself cleaned up a little bit.
Right.
So Mr. Raglan becomes his boss.
Okay.
So he worked in the Christian bookstore stocking, unloading trucks and all of that.
Okay.
And one incident changes that whole relationship.
Oh, wow. So by working in this Christian bookstore, he finds God. Okay, I'll jump the gun.
I'm not going to say that. I would say that him wanting to get his life right started after he left juvenile hall. But it is one of those steps.
Okay.
To where
which led him
he
to
gets
that path.
Where he officially accepts Jesus as his savior.
Mm.
So it's just one of all of these stepping stones that take him to
that point.
Mm-hmm.
I like this.
So even though he grew up in a tough environment, and I guess attitude will always determine character.
Right.
And
So
character will lead you to destiny. Go ahead.
Right. So what I will say is that quintessentially, Devin was a good kid. Devin helped take care of his brother and sister.
Yeah.
He supported his mom where he could.
Right.
It's just that his dad wasn't on the same page. And so the things that Devin did was so that it's the whole concept, honor your mother and your father. So he had honor, right or wrong. He had to do what he
Still-
said.
Yeah, right.
Even if it ended him up in juvenile hall, he had to do what he said.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
So, from man, it's so interesting, this book. So, when you was writing this, what audience were you? Because it talks about a young man, and it could be a young female,
Of course.
but it's also showing you the intricate parts of life. You know, that everything is not, you know,
Right.
the white picket fence with the
Right.
2-car garage and all
Right.
of that. You know,
Right.
refrigerator stock.
Right.
It could be, you know, where none of that is going on.
Right.
So who was your audience, or who were you trying to reach with your book?
So my audience is a
excuse me.
very vast one. In the beginning, you're looking at troubled teens, troubled young adults. At a point, you get to parents and the relationship with their children, teens
Right.
and young adult children. Later on, you get into ministry leadership. So it's so many things that anybody can pull anything from it if they're open.
Right. Because I see the Meet the Boss's daughter. So, you know, I
Oh.
guess, you know, here he is, Mr. Ragland don't hide him on, but he's a teenager now. And teenagers, you know, hormones can be all over the place, and their thoughts and
Yeah.
everything. And so it's good to have a good solid base. You know, all of us church kids are preachers kids and everything. And so it was about that good solid base that built our character.
Right.
You
Right.
know, and
Right.
everything. But he may not have had that. He may not have had that. So he meets the boss's daughter. Yeah, and I ain't gonna go chapter by chapter, but that was just interesting to me that he meets the boss's daughter.
Yeah.
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 And so the boss got an eye on him, and he got an eye on the daughter.
Well, what I will say about that, you would be surprised how it turned out.
Okay.
I would say that much.
Hmm.
You'd be very surprised because it is not stereotypically what you would think
Right.
it would be.
All right. So you got some cliffhangers in here and everything. You're not gonna allow us to think one way. You're gonna take us to where you want us to go.
I kind of think I know where she's going, but I ain't gonna spoil it though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask her after the show.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think I know what she's saying though. Yeah, but let me ask you this though, because your first book was based off of your life,
Right.
right? So that was a certain process you had to go through to write your own story. But what was the process like to write a fictional story? Because now you have to create these characters. You got to create these moments in his life or whatever that he's about to face. You know, so how was that process?
For me, it wasn't hard because, like you said, I have a vivid imagination.
Okay.
So, you know, I sit in the quiet. I just come up with all kinds of scenarios,
Right.
kinds of people, or just it's just like at 3 a.m. If my phone is near me, I'll get my little notepad. I'll start just writing,
Oh wow.
and you know, or if I'm honestly, full disclosure, I've been stopped in church one time because I have a thought and I got to get it down. Hey, church is about to start. So it's just wherever inspiration comes from anywhere. So
Right.
whenever it strikes, wherever it hits, I gotta write it down.
Okay.
So
I like that.
Being a minister and singer and
Well, I thought you were talking about yourself. I was like, tell you, my bad. I said, ain't no you song. Go ahead, my bad. Man.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you work in the hospital, so that's all that's
I work
customer
from
service.
home.
Okay, but it's customer service. That's
Gotcha.
what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Right.
When you're ministering or when you're singing, is that a character that has been created, or is that coming out of your spirit, coming out of your soul?
I'll say it like this: whatever you do for Jesus, let it be real.
Amen. I agree with that. I agree with that. But how does that affect you when you're writing fiction?
That's a really good question. I would say I do leave pieces of myself in there. But the character is not me.
Right,
The
right.
character are them.
Right.
But if you know me, it will. That is sound like something that she would say, or
Right, right,
that does
right,
like
right.
sounds like something she would do.
Okay.
But yeah.
So because being a minister,
Mhm.
you know, I always say, you know, you know, and sometimes this stuff just cliche-ish, you know.
Yeah.
One person heard somebody else say it, you
Yeah.
know, and so they say it.
Yeah.
You know, they always say, well, hide me, you know.
Yeah.
But I always say, Lord, don't hide me.
Yeah.
You know, use me.
Of course.
My personality, my mannerisms and
Yeah.
everything. So
Yeah.
so my imagination can come alive.
Right.
So I won't have to be buffering it,
Right.
you know, and everything.
Right.
So in writing Christian fiction, do you feel that that's important?
I feel like I'm gonna say it like the Lord told me: be you. As
Okay.
long as you don't
Cross the line.
that part,
Yeah.
and as long as people can see me in you and don't make me a lie. Be you, but don't make me a lie.
That's good. I like that. Yeah. Yeah. Be you,
You.
but don't you make me a lie.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got to operate within a boundary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's real good because now in our society now, you know, you're seeing, and not picking on young people, but you're seeing where they're saying I love the Lord, but they'll use some foul language right here, and they think that that's okay. It's a balance in that. But what you just said was, you know, be you, but don't go outside the boundary
Right,
lines,
right.
you know, and everything. So
Right.
we have to stand as Christians that we're for Christ, you
Right.
know, and everything,
Right.
and not blend in
Right.
to fit in.
Right.
Yeah, he said we're separated, you know,
Right.
so we're supposed to be separated and everything. Your next question, sir?
Oh, yeah.
Before you do that, man,
Uh-huh.
you're listening to the Real Spill podcast. This is episode 57, Hidden in the Books.
Yes, it is.
We are here with Reverend Dr. Lamorgan Smith,
That's powerful right there.
Yeah, it
I
is.
like that. I like
Author.
that. Author.
preacher, singer,
Songstress.
songstress,
That's how I use a big word.
psalmist.
Okay. I like
Alright.
that play. You ain't had to outdo me, but it's all good. Cause just let me have that moment. It's all right though. It's
And
cool.
she's written 2 books. We're talking basically from her book today, From the Bottom,
Yeah.
by Lamorgan Smith. A great read for teenagers. It's a great read for middle-aged people. It's a great read for older people.
Yeah, for everybody.
It's just a great read, man.
If your
And-
dog can read, buy them one too.
just get it
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
what's that, audio books?
Yeah, fish.
And let them
whatever,
listen
yeah.
to it.
Yeah, let everybody get one for the pets too.
Yeah.
Oh,
And she's also, her first book, this is her second book now.
yeah.
This is her second book, but her first book is not Christian fiction, but it's Life with the D's. Diabetes, dialysis, and depression, and everything. So I just want to, you know, since that's so real to life, a lot of people suffer with all 3 of these things and everything. But I just want to talk about that depression part right there. How important is it that when you're going through to what was your key to not allow yourself to get deep into that depression?
Oh goodness, because there were so many days. My faith is number one.
Amen.
Having a strong support system
Right.
is number 2. And there are some times where the Lord got to spin the block and he got to pull up and show you,
I like that.
hey,
I like that.
I remember being on dialysis, and I went to my treatment, and I got sick at my treatment and passed out in the bathroom.
Oh no.
Nobody knew I passed out in the bathroom until I said,
Wow.
hey,
Yeah.
I just passed out in the bathroom. Mind you, I had just left the hospital because I had a dialysis graft, and because starting dialysis for me was emergent because I went through denial for a minute. My dialysis graft, which is what we process dialysis through, kept failing. It kept failing. So I had just come from the hospital having it fixed.
Right.
Passed out in the bathroom. They sent me in the ambulance to the hospital. They treated me for the fall. I said, hey, can y'all check my dialysis graph to make sure it's still working?
Right.
They said it's not working. I walked out of the hospital screaming at the top of my lungs. I was ready to go. I'm done. Life sucks. I don't want to be here. I'm through. I get home, get myself together. I go back to dialysis. And there was a carnation in a vase sitting on the nurse's station.
Uh-huh.
And the nurse told me that whenever you see a carnation in the vase on a nurse's station, that means that someone is no longer with us.
No.
I sat in my chair, got ready to do my treatment. And the Lord said, hey, because he doesn't talk to me in King James, Old English, or anything. He just comes at me regular. Said, hey, do you want to be a carnation in a vase? No, I don't want to be a carnation in a vase. So that's where you have to ask the Lord to forgive you, forgive yourself,
Right.
and get in his word for sure. He said he sent his word to heal us of all of our infirmities,
Yes.
diseases, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Get in his word.
Yeah.
That makes you stronger. Now, there are some circumstances, if it foresees that, then you need to seek professional assistance.
Right.
Whether that's therapy or medication.
Yeah.
And I know it's still a little bit taboo in our culture,
Yes,
and
it is.
especially in church culture too.
Right.
But mental health is very important, even though our spiritual and mental health go hand in hand.
Right.
Sometimes it is far beyond, and we need extra assistance.
So, being a woman of God, we two men of God, and life is not always, I'm gonna use this term, churchy.
Right.
You know, we get dressed up for church, and everything. I checked myself before I left the house. I made sure everything looked good and everything.
Right.
But sometimes on the inside,
Yes.
but being a minister, how do you deal with that? You got to get up and preach.
Yeah.
Then you got your own little storm going inside, brewing inside of you.
You and the wife, and I'm just using the example. Y'all just had the biggest fight y'all ever had before y'all left the house.
Right.
So, I ain't got there yet. I ain't been in that place yet.
Well,
maybe one day the Lord will,
Right.
touch me with a finger of love. But right now, I'm not in that place yet.
Right.
But sometimes depression does just sneak up out the blue. You be minding your own business and it sneaks up. And if you have to preach, that's really one of those moments where you have to be like, Lord, I need you to speak for me, because if my help don't come, ain't nothing I can do. I can't say anything. You really have to step outside of yourself.
Right. You got to really trust him.
Right.
That he's gonna bring you through that situation.
Right.
But it also could be therapeutic though.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you get the chance to get that out of you.
Right.
And I mean, I'm sure y'all seen it too. Pastors may have a whole sermon put together, but then something happens before they get in that pulpit. And I mean, they gonna preach from the heart at that moment.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's also a moment, like you said, where you can be, you can help yourself by getting it out, and you also helping others by sharing whatever it is you might be going through, whether they know it's about you or not. You know what I mean? But that's real though.
I always say, whenever I'm speaking, I always say I've studied, to show myself approved to you, but come on, go with me. So because you can change it at any time. You can say, no, I don't want you to say that. I want you to say this.
Oh, there are many days.
So but you need him. So even with depression, you need to. Here we go with church. Look unto the hills from whence cometh your help. That your help comes from the Lord and everything.
Yeah, amen.
But your diabetes went from diabetes to dialysis. And so, and you talked about the depression part of it, as a diabetic sufferer also, and you know what I'm talking about. And so, about 3 o'clock this morning, because I hadn't done what I was supposed to do, I didn't eat, so I had skipped a meal and everything, and I'm knocked out, and my alarm goes off.
Because that's what they do.
Yeah, meaning my sugar level has dropped.
Right.
So in ministry or in being a writer and being who you are, how does diabetes play a part in that?
I'm not always the best either. I make great strides. I'm a lot better than I used to be.
I don't think no diabetic is always the best.
But I do my best. I'm a lot better than I used to be. But maintaining your health, especially when you have diabetes, is very important because people would rather see a sermon than hear one any day, right? So you can't tell people to do what they're supposed to do, and you about to pass out in the pulpit.
You hadn't done what you
smart. Or they celebrate your anniversary, and you telling them what to do, and you got fried chicken and a whole half of a chocolate cake sitting on the table. So it's just really all about valuing yourself, valuing your health, and actually being everything is really about being a representative and an ambassador for Christ. We can't tell people, though the word is true, it's better that the word be true and we do our best to live it. No, we're not going to get it right every time.
Right.
But, I'm telling you what to do, but I see them doing what they said. They are a person of their word. They're doing what they preach about. They're doing what they think about.
Yeah. That hits a whole lot harder.
Yeah.
Because I always tell people, and I might be wrong when I tell people that, as I've gotten older, I've okay, let's say somebody's giving me good advice. Like you said, somebody may know the word, and what they're saying is true.
Right.
But I may see them doing something else, and I'm like, but what I have learned to do is separate the man from the word.
Exactly.
Yeah. So though what they said is not what they're portraying in the streets, but it resonated with me what they said. So I don't hold them like accountable or whatever.
You have to start doing that. Is holding certain people on pedestals that they're too heavy to sit on.
Right.
And I always say, wait a minute, hold up. You got to bag up right there.
No, you got to say that again.
Yeah, you got to say that again.
Say that one more time now.
Stop putting people on pedestals that they're too heavy to sit on.
Man, that's an episode too, right there.
That is.
You gonna come back and do that one?
Yeah. You
gonna talk about that?
Sure.
Okay, we'll write that down. We'll write that down.
Don't stand on that table because it's gonna break because you're too heavy.
You know it only got 3 legs.
It's only got
3-legged table.
Oh man, that was
powerful though, for real.
That was
Stop
very
putting people on pedestals that they're
inevitable.
Yes.
Because they're too big to be on. Okay, I remember.
I found out that you shouldn't put all of your everything into a man, but it should be in the man. And so I think that, and what this whole series is about, hidden in the book, I think that sometimes all of us have gotten lazy, even in reading our Bible,
right?
And everything. Because if we don't read it, somebody can come and say anything's in there,
right?
And and they can be charismatic with it and say it in a certain way where it's got a tune to it. Yeah. But if it doesn't line up and it's not in the word,
And the other thing is, when you think about ministry, it's kind of messed up for you eventually to be held accountable for something that you were supposed to read and didn't.
And you didn't read it. Wow.
Because you can't say, ignorance of the law is no excuse.
There's no excuse. There's no excuse at all. So, your faith, and I'm answering this question for you, even in adversity with diabetes, dialysis, and depression, your faith rose above all of that.
Yep.
Yeah. And so it's very important for us and faith comes by hearing and hearing the word of God. So if we don't get in the book, so we'll know what it says,
right.
And everything, and what the promises are. That song that we were playing earlier coming on, said that God ain't mad at us.
Right.
Yeah, He want to get good things to us and everything. He just wants us to be obedient to Him and everything.
Most definitely. I got a question. So, I'm gonna ask you about both books. All right, that must be your people.
Yeah.
yeah.
Told them to come on in.
It's all right. So what I was gonna say is, you want to go get it, man?
No, go ahead. I'm finna.
Oh, you gonna text? All right. Well, so let me ask you this. So with both books, how long did it take you to write the fictional book versus your story?
That's a good question.
My stories took the longest. I think mine started maybe 2008 or 2009. It come out to 2021.
Oh wow.
Simply because having people putting yourself out there.
Right.
It's scary because you don't know how people will receive it, and how much of my story do I tell, because there's a fine line between testimony and airing your dirty laundry.
Right.
And so I didn't want to go over that line, but I wanted to tell my story to be an inspiration to someone.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So from 2009 to 2021, that took your story, which I understand, 'cause like you said, that was a lot, and then you had to put your yeah. 'Cause let me answer that. They didn't get a text. Yeah. Because I was gonna say, I mean, I know you had to basically think about how people were gonna look at it, how they were gonna take it. So I mean, is that one of those things where I don't want to say you were ashamed, because you definitely wanted to get your story out of there, but did you have those moments where you felt like, oh man, if somebody see this, they're gonna be looking at me different? People that you know personally,
Yeah, a little bit.
Right.
But it worked out better than I could have ever imagined.
Right.
My first book was used in my dialysis center's nephrology residence training.
Right.
From my doctor. One of the doctors read my book, and I'm a patient contributor for an online medical journal, Kidney 360.
Okay.
Wow.
So being able to share my story helped me be able to further share my story.
Okay.
Wow. That's so, by you just putting your ideas and on paper, and it's now helping others in what they might be going through, and even with the fiction. Yeah, if someone we just need to read.
That's fair.
We just need to read. Man,
Yeah.
This is the Real Spill podcast. Tyler Man.
No, your
That's
favorite
Cold
brand,
Steel.
Cold Steel.
And man, we have our wonderful guest, our very beautiful guest, Miss LaMorgan Smith.
Yes.
She has written 2 books. Now, they're on Amazon. I need you to go to Amazon, look her up, LaMorgan Smith, LaMorgan Smith, and buy her book.
That's right.
From the
I see
Bible.
it.
And while
Okay.
you're there, you might as well get both of them. Life with These
Yeah.
and everything. Miss Smith, what inspires you?
What inspires me? My mom inspires me. Life inspires me. All the things that I have gone through, and the Lord has managed to allow me to come out slightly scarred in some cases, but come out better than I have been, inspires me. Quick testimony. January of this year, I had a mini stroke.
Oh no.
Thank God I don't look like what I've been through. But
Oh yeah, amen.
it's funny, when I got home from the hospital, my mom handed me her phone and she said, fix it. Now ideally, there are a lot of things that happen to people when they have stroke.
Right.
Especially when it comes to their mind and being able to do certain things.
Right.
I fixed her phone. I have a book vision plan that initially had 4 books. It is 4 is a fraction of what is on that list
Hold on,
now.
before you go any further with that, because I think we missed something. We probably didn't. But you said, okay, the stroke happened, and when you got home, your mom said, fix my phone. So she was trying to get your mind to work the way it properly worked.
Oh
and
yeah, that's
everything.
it.
So that was just so important that everybody just didn't go, oh Lord, she had a stroke, but to work you out of that and everything. I'm sorry, I mean stop you, but I didn't want to.
No, that was a good point though.
everything.
That was a good point.
Yeah. So you had a 4-book plan.
Yep. it has superseded it. It went from 4 to 8 to
Wow.
a lot, a whole lot, the whole lot. There are 2 10-book series in addition to the other books, and some more things. So, by the grace of God, I'll be around a long time.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh definitely. Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing those books.
I'm standing on the promise. 120.
Yeah.
That's what he promised.
120. You gonna roll with it?
Yeah, I'm
All right.
standing on the
All right. I ain't
promise.
mad at it, man. Yeah, go for it.
I'm middle aged, man. I'm
No, let's go
halfway there.
121, man. Let's up that
See
thing.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We haven't said anything about this, and probably you noticed that we real men do wear pink.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
so
we do.
We dressed out in our pink shirts. Said I wear pink for breast cancer awareness. We know this is breast cancer awareness month.
Oh yeah, it is.
And we just want to shout out to all the survivors, all the people who has gone through not just breast cancer, but cancer
any type
itself,
of cancer. Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
I was studying up on cancer, man, and what cancer is, cancer wants to be independent. Because every other cell is working together,
Right.
but cancer comes in and it wants to be independent, and so
it's
by
selfish.
it's selfish.
Man. It's selfish.
Yeah, and so by being selfish and wants to be independent,
Right.
it starts creating problems and everything. So anybody who has gone through it, I know you and I have experienced it.
Oh yeah.
We
had too many times.
Loss, but
no.
with the passing of a mother and a wife and everything.
Yeah, mother, auntie, grandfather, all that.
From cancer and everything. But we wear it to say that we are people of faith, and there are some survivors.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there are lots of survivors, and everything. So shout out to y'all. We're sitting here, we're talking with Miss Morgan, Lil Morgan Smith.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that name came from your father?
Did all of it, the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you an only child?
No, I'm not. I have an older sister.
You have an older sister. So do you think they wanted a boy?
That's not up to me. I'm here.
Oh no. Yeah, you can't do nothing about that.
No, what I'm saying, when they named you, so I know you're named after your father and everything, but it was a variation of your father's name and everything.
That does not concern me. I'm here.
That's right. That's right.
And
you're doing your thing too.
And you are contributing to society.
Yeah.
You are a great contributor to society. She's local.
Yeah.
She's local. You see her in Walmart, at the gas station.
Right.
But as you can see,
at the club, you don't go to the club.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. I just making sure. Yeah.
At the park.
Might
be see her at the park. I know one place you will see her at. You'll see her in church.
There you go.
And everything. You can shout out. And we like to shout out our churches. So you want to shout out your church right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Living Fellowship Christian Church and First Missionary Baptist Church.
All right. Shout out.
2 churches. Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah. Oh, I go to the greatest church in the land.
Okay.
The Rock. Shout out to PMJ.
PMJ.
Here all day.
Yeah.
And twice on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if yours the greatest, it's on that side of town. Mine's the greatest on this side.
It's all good.
Missionary Baptist Church, Fairfield, Alabama.
Yeah.
Where the Reverend David W. Craig is the pastor.
Yeah. No, I ain't mad at you, man. I ain't mad at you. We all, heading in the right direction.
We all serving the same thing.
There you go.
I saw something the other day, man, and this just interests me. And I know we, in the body, we say the church.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't say the church to people who are not. Because their definition of church is different than what we are saying.
Right.
We should say, come to the gathering. Come on to the gathering and everything.
Yeah, pull up.
Yeah, because
church
has gotten so much negative connotation and everything.
That's a big word.
And we know that it's okay. I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah, connotation. Yeah.
Bad rap.
Bad rap.
Thank you. Okay. He know he supposed to warn me for you big words. I don't know why he does it, man. You saw I got lightheaded. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
And the outside world thinks it's that building that they're passing.
Right.
And everything. I was thinking about that early in the week. I was in Atlanta and I passed this place, and it's called the Tabernacle, but it's a nightclub.
Yeah.
But it's a converted church building. So it's not the building.
No,
it's not the building. It's the inside.
I was gonna tell a story, but I won't tell it myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I pulled up at what I thought was a church, and it was a strip club.
Wow.
and I stayed too. But that was back in my younger days, though. I'm saying now. Don't judge me. Don't judge.
Thank
Yeah,
God
yeah.
for deliverance.
I said, well, since I'm in here. But, yeah. But,
Any more questions? Man, we hope you enjoyed.
yeah.
We have enjoyed having you. Two great books. From the bottom, we got into From the Bottom a little bit, but I started. This is a very interesting read. And like you
I'm going to
say,
steal that name, too. I'm going to tell you. That's going to be my new eldest, Devin Powers.
It's free.
yeah.
Okay, that's on top. I appreciate it.
And what I like about it is, because I like to anticipate things.
Yeah.
So I can read one thing and say, okay, this finna happen. But that doesn't happen in here.
No.
And so it keeps me, and I think that that's a great thing in writing because it keeps me wanting to keep going.
Right.
Right.
And that's what happens when we see something that intrigues us.
Right.
We want to keep going and keep going and keep going. Well, anything else you wanna? I've been shouting you out, but shout out yourself.
Are we doing in the cup?
Yeah, we're gonna do in the cup.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
about
got 10, player. We got 10.
You got 10.
Yeah, it's at
Okay,
10
so
right
it's
now.
time for us to start in the cup.
Okay.
So, Miss Smith, we like to do this segment what we call we the real spill. So the cup's been turned over,
Okay.
but we like to set the cup back up.
Okay.
And it's just some rapid fire questions of things that you like or your opinion on things.
Okay.
And so, yeah.
No, yeah, we got to find mine.
Okay.
All right, yeah, I'm ready now. All right. And I thought somebody else was coming, so you may not be able to answer this first one.
Okay.
So I'm going to change it up.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go with this one. I asked it last week, but who's the funniest comedian currently alive to you? Do you like comedy? Do you listen
I
to it?
do.
Okay.
Let's see. Funniest
yeah.
comedian to me. I want to go with Tony Baker.
I like Tony Baker. All right. I ain't mad at that. All right.
Never heard of Tony Baker.
It's
He's a
okay.
good guy.
I'm going to introduce you to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, you've seen him a bunch of times. You ever seen those Spectrum commercials?
Oh, yeah.
With the bald head dude?
Yeah.
Tony Baker one of them.
Okay.
He the slim dude.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's
All
Tony Baker though. Okay, go ahead, man. What we supposed to answer?
Early
to,
mornings or late nights?
To do what?
Whatever.
That's tricky, man. No, you can't ask somebody that. You got to give some details.
No, she understood what I'm saying. Early mornings.
Be careful now.
Do you like early mornings or do you like late nights?
Be careful.
Okay. When is your best creative work done?
All right, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
For
yeah.
him, yeah. Late night.
Late night.
Yeah.
All right.
So are you a last minute person?
Hate it very much.
Okay.
Mm.
Do you do your best work last minute?
Not really.
Okay. All right.
I do work well under pressure. I just prefer not to do it.
Okay.
I feel you.
All
I
right.
feel you.
I
But
got
if it happened though, you ready though.
Yeah.
You built for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. I know you're kind of young, but I think you'll know these people.
Okay.
So who had a better parenting style, James Evans or Cliff Huxtable? Who would you rather have as your daddy?
I'm thinking about how the kids came out. Huxtable.
I think that's a little biased because they had money.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with James.
No.
I'm gonna go with James also.
Yeah, James. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I understand. I like Cliff.
I like Cliff.
But James was working
But
with
James,
them.
yeah.
He. I would say this. The disciplinary aspect of his parenting. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, James didn't play that, bro.
Yeah.
James didn't play.
No.
And growing up in the inner city, in the hood, as we say, he never had to go get JJ out of jail.
No, that's fair.
He did have to
That
get
is
JJ
fair.
out of jail.
When did they got JJ?
The episode
He
when they
did.
mistaken him for robbing the liquor store.
Oh yeah,
But
but
he
it
didn't
was
rob the liquor store.
No, he did. He
robbed.
wasn't. But they did have to go
They
get him out.
had to-
though.
okay,
They did have to
but-
go
That's
get him.
fair.
But no,
He
he
had to
didn't
go
do
get him
anything.
for something he had done.
No, he didn't do
Right.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thelma didn't come up pregnant.
That's fair.
Yeah, and
Almost though.
yeah.
Well, none of the Cosby kids came
No.
pregnant either, though. So
No.
yeah.
Well, I'm just saying that, but there was a tougher time, with James. And
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and,
definitely. Yeah.
yeah.
And like I
Yeah.
said, he was
in
working
Florida.
with so
Yeah.
much less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
he had a
you know,
lot of obstacles.
You know,
And not saying that the Cosbys didn't have
Yeah.
a lot of obstacles.
They
but
were just middle class people's
They
problem.
were kind of upper class.
Yeah,
They
that's
kind of upper
fair.
class. I mean,
Upper middle class.
Upper
Yeah.
middle class. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you send all the babies to school, and no issues.
Yeah.
Jane couldn't even afford to get the babies out of high school.
Yeah.
But anyway, though, we ain't gonna
Okay.
nitpick it up. We gonna let you roll, Cliff. We ain't gonna.
So
pick
you
it up.
a 9-inch baby, so I'm gonna
Recipe.
try to put this in the 9-inch. Your favorite rap group?
Ooh, my
Uh-oh.
goodness. 90s.
Favorite rap artist from the 90s? Is that what you asked? Or
Well, I
just,
said she was a 9-inch, so you know my favorite rap group gonna be
Ooh.
Grandmaster Flash. You know,
Okay, he was the
Good
80s.
stuff.
But okay.
Um,
yeah.
I forgot I was.
90s rappers.
Well, your favorite rap group
Yeah,
of
just
all
say your
time?
favorite rap.
Yeah, all time.
That I don't
Boosie.
listen to. No, that I
Okay.
don't listen to anymore. 3 6 Mafia.
What? You like 3 6 Man?
Yeah.
I'll let you slide with that. They a group, but I'll let you slide with that.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
I'll let you
3
slide with
6.
that. Yeah, 3 6 used to go hard back then. Yeah, he used to go hard. Shout out to DJ Paul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Juicy J, Crunchy Black,
Country Black,
Gangsta Boo,
Gangsta Boo.
Lord Infamous.
Lord
You can tell I'm a fan. Project Pat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All of them.
Lil
36.
Jon them too. Lil Jon.
Okay, yeah, we rode Scrappy.
Okay.
We shout out to the East Side Boy.
Yeah.
East Side.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right.
It's my turn.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go. If you could have dinner with any celebrity, dead or alive, who would it be?
Celebrity, dead or alive.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
James Evans.
Ha. Stop it.
All right.
I'm think Aldous Hodge.
I'm a who?
Aldous Hodge.
I know him. That's the dude. I'm gonna tell you what, he played in the NWA movie. That's the we talking about. Oh, I'm talking about somebody
I
else.
haven't seen it. Leverage.
Yeah, Leverage. That's him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to say Leverage, but yeah, he the one played MC Ren in the NWA movie,
Oh,
the
okay.
biopic.
All right.
He got that new show called
Yeah.
Cross.
Yeah.
Alex Cross. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I do like him. Shout out
Who
to him.
would you want to have dinner with?
Oh man, it's tough right there.
Yeah, it's a tough.
I don't want to call him a celebrity, but you know what? I'm gonna say because he was a star in my eyes.
Okay.
I would love to have dinner with Jesus
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
because I know he got a story to tell.
You know what? I
Yeah.
used to say, I want him with Jesus,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna wait till we get there
Come
because he
on.
said he
Did
got
you
a
gonna make it
feast.
there?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't want to speed
Yeah,
up the
that's what I'm
process.
saying, but-
yeah.
I mean,
I,
I'm just
I would
saying.
I would want to sit down.
But if he could just pull up on me,
Yeah,
I ain't mad
yeah,
at him.
she
Yeah,
can
yeah.
do I would like to sit down.
I'm gonna pay too, Jesus. I'm gonna pay for it. I got you, bro.
You
I
got
you.
it.
Yeah, I got you. I
Okay.
got you, Jesus. If you just want to pull up on me, I got you.
Martin Luther King, man. I would
Yeah, see,
just-
that's originally who I was gonna say,
I
but
would like to just sit down, man, and
yeah,
just,
yeah.
what was his thought process,
Yeah. That
I-
man saw a lot.
And I know Gandhi and all those had a big influence on him, and
Right.
what's his name out of South Africa, and
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela.
Mhm.
But just to sit down because he was young.
Yeah.
Yeah, King was young. Man.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize
He was
that.
in college, I think, at 16, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah, just to sit down and the pressures of it, the
Oh, yeah.
prestige of it, the
Yeah.
power of it, and
Yeah.
how he handled all of that.
Yeah. Now
Did he
he.
handle all of that?
Yeah, that was my first choice, but yeah, I'm gonna roll with Jesus though.
Oh, yeah.
Because
You
Jesus can just tell me what MLK went through.
yeah,
Yeah, you know what?
yeah, you can't miss with Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus is a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. There's on you know.
It's on me.
You ain't got no more. You done?
Favorite R&B female.
Ooh, that's tricky. No, it's not. Jill Scott.
Why Jill Scott?
She just Jill Scott. That's all I can say.
I mean, I ain't mad at it. You know.
Well,
That
you
ain't
know,
my
you know the
favorite.
impression that I can't get it out of my head of Jill Scott.
What's that?
Was
The
it-
microphone thing?
No, in the movie, she wasn't singing, but when she played,
Why did I get married?
no, she played James Brown's wife in the movie.
Yeah,
never seen it.
That was a classic.
Yeah,
Shout
you
out to
never
my-
seen
I've
it?
never seen it.
Shout out to my
So
boy
I'm not gonna tell
Chadwick
you what
Boseman.
happened, but
Yeah,
yeah,
you gotta watch that. Yeah,
you gotta watch that.
My boy Chadwick Boseman played James
Oh,
Brown.
Yeah, he sure really did play. He played all of them. He played
Yeah.
Jackie
Thurgood
Robinson.
Marshall,
Thurgood
Jackie
Marshall.
Robinson.
That
Yeah, I don't know why they cast him Thurgood Marshall. I mean, he did his part, but
It wasn't the same.
it didn't sell it, man. It didn't sell me,
I
man.
thought it was great, man. I thought.
I mean, yeah,
Because
he's
you-
a great actor,
he
but I
didn't
mean,
look
it's like Denzel with Malcolm X.
Right.
I'm looking at him like, you don't look like Malcolm X, but his acting was so good, you know, it
You
just,
overlook it.
yeah, you
Right.
overlook it, but you're
Yeah.
looking like, come on, really,
now,
man.
Ray. Now Jamie did look like Ray.
Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's how it's
you
supposed to be.
You know, Will Smith look like Muhammad Ali.
He did look like
You're
Muhammad
supposed
Ali.
to try to, favor them a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, you done went and got Wesley Snipes.
I guess that's where your imagination had to come into play.
Well, but Spike just knew, man, Denzel could pull it off.
Yeah.
You know, that just speaks to his
people
greatness.
overlook it,
Yeah. It's like people didn't even care. We just want to see Denzel play the part.
Right.
But when I saw the trailer for Thurgood Marsh, I was like,
Nah.
and I love Chad Bob. I'm like,
Nah.
Yeah.
come on, man, y'all reaching out. But go ahead, though, man.
My last one, I think.
Yeah.
I think this is my number 5. Favorite Denzel movie.
Come on now, you know what it is. They don't never say what I say. But go ahead.
Wow.
Take your time.
Is it A Man on Fire?
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
classic.
Man on Fire.
I ain't mad at that.
Man on Fire.
Mm.
What's your favorite?
You know it's Training Day.
Yeah, Training Day.
That's the moment when I realized this might be the. I mean, it was just because I never seen him play a character like that, man. He blew my
and
mind.
I think that's what it was.
That's
man.
when I was like, this
'Cause
dude
he
is the
was
greatest actor of all time.
Yeah,
man.
he
scared me, man.
He scared us. Yeah. And they changed him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he had been everything before that, you know.
Yeah. You never seen him in a villain role. Yeah, you never seen him in a villain role.
You know.
Well, County, he was a villain in what was it, Soldier Store? Because he was the one that ended up killing the drill sergeant, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, no.
He was part of it.
Did.
Yeah.
He was the one.
Yeah.
I forgot about he was in a Soldier
See, I'm a fan.
That was a young Denzel.
I'm just saying he did a good job.
Yeah, he did.
But I was saying that was his first somewhat villain role to me though.
Yeah.
But Training Day, he was a monster
Day,
though. Oh, I got one. Did you watch Power?
No.
All right. No, it ain't your fault. That ain't your fault. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with this one then. So yeah, if you could pick a concert, both of these guys are gone though. But if you could go to their concert, who would it be? MJ or Prince?
I knew you was gonna say that. Michael Jackson.
I understand. I ain't mad at you. I think I would go see Mike too. I love Prince though. But yeah, I'm gonna go see Mike though.
Yeah, Mike was, I saw both of them, live, and both of them put on tremendous shows, man. But, man, that Mike, someone's electrifying about Mike,
Yeah, Mike did everything, man.
Yeah, Mike.
Stage blow up.
Yeah,
he flying out the ceiling and
stuff.
all kinds.
They people popping up from everywhere and everything. Man.
He bringing out animals on the stage.
But you know what? The best concert, and I mean, was Parliament Funkadelic.
Yeah, okay. I ain't mad at it.
I mean, because they had all the antics too, and
yeah.
George Clinton standing there, with a long white mink coat on and everything. It was almost like it was, man. And this was in the 70s.
Yeah, it was a lot going on.
Yeah, it was a whole lot going on.
All right. No,
and I tell you what, man, this has been a great episode. We're so happy that Lady of God, minister, author, songstress,
that's right,
woman,
right, period.
Yeah. Morgan Smith has come on with us, and we've talked about her 2 books, From the Bottom, Get Her Books, and Life with D. And Life with D. We're just so happy. We thank you for coming on.
Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.
You have been looking at the
Real Spill Podcast. That's right.
Don't forget, Real Spill Podcast live at 5. Real Spill. Then you can catch us and see us on YouTube. At the Real Spill Podcast 3.
Number 3.
And we are now on the Post Network.
On Roku TV.
The Post Network. Shout out to Mr. Jermaine Mobley.
AKA the GM.
The GM.
And don't forget, you get to see this guy again at 7 o'clock with the Real Spill After Dark.
So,
which our host Ayo. I double dip.
I
double dip. But
talented.
But Oh yeah, go ahead. No, that's it, man. I was gonna say it's 7 o'clock though. It go live at 7.
It's 7 o'clock. Real Spill After Dark.
Right.
But you've been watching the Real Spill
podcast.
The Real Spill Podcast, and we just thank y'all. Hit the like, hit that subscribe button. Tell somebody about us. Positive. We've been doing Hidden in the Books. And we've had 4 great authors on.
Yes, we have.
4 great local authors on that has given us some great information. But I just want to tell you, thank you. We appreciate you. Shout out to all the breast cancer survivors.
Yeah.
We wear, real men wear pink.
That's right.
But you've been listening to The Real Spill Podcast.
Yep. All right, this is the unprofessional part. I gotta get up. we ain't got a technician or nobody.
Yeah, we had a producer and a technician, but they didn't last.